Hey everybody, come on in. This is Mrs. Howard or Mary with Using Your Smarticles, and we're going to talk about something a little edgy. Hi Chantel! We're going to talk about something a little edgy, something a little trendy that maybe you've not seen. Maybe, I'm guessing actually, thank you for all the hearts. I'm guessing, hi Chantel! Oh my goodness, look what I have right in front of me. Look what I have right in front of me. Thinking about you all the time. So hi, welcome. I got both of my happy mugs. Look, this one's right here too. Teacher Mom. That's tomorrow. So hi and welcome. Yes, Amanda, be gelling. Be gelling, I got a mug. Tonight I'm talking about gamification and hello, Jenny. Hi. I'm talking about gamification, which is something very unique and very different that maybe some of you are familiar with, maybe some of you aren't. And this might actually give you a little more insight into who I am as an educator in my classroom. And what you're looking at there is actually not a static screen. That's my avatar. That's actually me in my alternate reality here. Look at me, I'm a brunette. This is a project that I just launched this week with my students, and it's actually my social studies curriculum for the entire unit I'm doing. Yeah, like me as a brunette, almost as good as your wigs. Well, not your wigs, but the wigs Amanda, there you go. The wigs that Amanda had on for her writer's workshop. And this particular project is called the Heir of the King, and it's a virtual environment project where the kids all get avatars. Every student gets to log in with an avatar, and the whole instructional platform has been gamified. So they go through this curriculum, and as they go through, they earn badges and they level up. And so let me turn around and talk a little bit more about it and how this might apply to you. So I'm going to say hi first. Hi guys, how is everybody? It's so good to see everybody tonight on this happy Thursday. It doesn't cost anything. I am Mary with Using Your Smarticles. I am a 6th grade teacher, and if you don't know me, Jenny, I gotta tell you, at TPT Flock, I wore your shirt the whole entire time, and I was like, link to teach. She made this awesome shirt, but who is it? I want to know now. I kept telling everybody that you made me that shirt and how I got that shirt, because the whole night long everybody's like, where did you get that shirt? Everybody, see, there's Chantel. Where did you get that shirt? So Jenny, I did my best to help market because you made me such a fabulous shirt. So I am talking gamification tonight, and I think I might actually have a principle that would help absolutely everybody in here tonight in their classroom in some way. What I have found through a lot of the instruction that I've done with my 6th graders is that gamification principles of badges and leveling up and earning XP points is highly motivational to students. And that combined with a virtual environment kind of puts it over the top. But not everybody can access a virtual environment. Not everybody can do what it is that I'm necessarily showing or doing, because the learning curve is very steep for educators. But I'm going to turn it back around again and show you a brief sample, and then I'm going to show you some things that you could do today in your classroom if you're willing to adopt a gamification principle in your classroom. There's nothing that I have found instructionally that reaches students more than this whole concept of gamifying. You know, you earn a badge, or you level up, or you get XP points. And there's my phone going off with a nice share, because fabulous Miss Chantel shared this out, and thank you so much for sharing. So let me turn it back around again so I can share a little bit more with you about this, and then something concrete, like I said, that I think you can use in your classroom right away. So back around we go. So if you didn't get to see this, this is what I call the Heir of the King, and this is my social studies curriculum. I have 85 students throughout the course of the day in this virtual environment every single day. And what they do is they start at this, it's called the Heir, H-E-I-R, or in the case of the kids, they call it the Hair of the King. And that's okay. It's not the hair of the king, but that's okay. And so they get into this, and they all get an avatar. And one of the first things we have them do is they have to dress their avatar in Middle Ages apparel. And I kind of look a little gypsy-like. I change my outfit pretty much, I don't know, almost every day, because it's fun. You can easily change your clothes and your appearance. But they have this quest board. And in the quest board, they click on a badge. and it welcomes them to Stormfield. It tells them, welcome, here you are. There's a lord that runs this kingdom. You must navigate throughout the kingdom, and they can actually teleport, and I'm going to teleport now so you can see it. Makes this whooshing noise. So they teleport to different locations that have different features. They actually have a Google Doc built in here where they have to agree to Lord Darkraven's rules of the kingdom. They explore the kingdom, and as they go through each level, they earn badges. Oh no, yes, by all means watch the replay. So they earn badges, and it's the badging and the leveling up that really keeps them motivated, along with just the mere fact that, hello, my teacher has me almost playing a game in class. And so they walk through this kingdom, and Amanda, if you're still watching too, this one, it's all captured with writing, because ultimately the principle here is the students there are 4 heirs to this kingdom, and the students have to go throughout the kingdom collecting clues and collecting evidence to determine who is the rightful heir to this particular kingdom. And so throughout this entire virtual environment, which I built along with a colleague, there are clues, and they have to pick up the evidence, and a lot of the clues are hidden here and there. And actually this gauntlet is one clue. I'm walking over to this gauntlet here. The gauntlet is a particular clue, and it has a Latin motto on this gauntlet, and they have to look up the Latin motto, and then again it teaches them a little bit about Latin words and Latin word roots and things like that. And then they have to learn about the marketplace, learn what the role of perhaps a blacksmith was in the Middle Ages. You can see that there's horses, and there's horseshoes and gallows and things like that. So they do explore this virtual world. So that's gamification on steroids. But let me show you gamification that you can do tomorrow. You can do right away in your classroom. There's quite a few things you can do. And the first thing I'm going to show you is this website. I did this as a presentation at a conference. It's called the New York State Conference on Technology and Education. And I did this presentation. It was a Wix document. If you're interested, that's the QR code that would lead to the Wix. And it talks about what gamification principles are, how they work in your classroom, how you can adopt them, and how they work to motivate students. And it kind of goes through, the entire history and philosophy behind gamification strategies. And the first thing I like to show people when it comes to gamification is activating prior knowledge. You may not have heard of Padlet, but let me show you Padlet. Padlet is pretty cool. This is a Padlet. In fact, you right now, if you were on another device, if you went to this Padlet right here, if you went to this Padlet, you could contribute to the conversation that is taking place on this Padlet. Whoops, dropped my tripod. So, and I can actually show you. Okay, so some of you have heard of Padlet. It's a really great way to activate prior knowledge with students. What I tend to do is I'll ask them a question. I'll say, what do you currently know about the Middle Ages? Or what do you know about Rome? Or what do you know about this? And on their digital devices, they will log into the Padlet. They just double click twice. It opens up like a little post-it note, and then they say what it is that they know. They can add a picture, they can add a little video clip, they can add a lot of different things. Most of the time, they just add the title of the topic, which would be gamification, and they just write something, okay? Because I did this with educators, this particular Padlet. So that's one thing that's kind of really helpful for getting yourself started. Now, one thing that people don't always realize, and this site here is a Wix, and I talked about Wix last night, Wix and Weebly last night on my scope. Wix is great for setting up customized websites. And what I did with this is I actually gamified my gamification presentation. And the way I did it, let me go to tab number 2, History and Philosophy, is I provided a passage or a section for people to read. In this case, it was History and Philosophy of Gamification. But down here is the power in the gamified principles. I gave them a task, and these tasks are, when I do it with my students, the tasks are leveled according to difficulty and according to XP points. So if they do a diamond task, that's go to Image Chef, create a word cloud of the definition of gamification, submit it to me on Google Classroom or Edmodo or something like that. If they want to earn more XP points, they can do a star task. Open a Google Doc, create an acrostic poem using the word learning. Submit it once again through Edmodo, Google Classroom, something like that. If they want to earn even more points, they can create a POW tune explaining what gamification is. So you can kind of see how the level of rigor increases based on the diamond, the star, or the circle that they select in this gamified principle. Once again, this is a teacher version of something that I do with my students often in the classroom. So let me give you another level that I created. So I was trying to teach teachers the history and philosophy of gamification, and I wanted them to learn what it was, and I wanted them to demonstrate how they knew what it was by doing one of those 3 tasks. So I'm going to move on to the setup. I did the same thing. I've tried to teach teachers how to set up a gamified platform, so they had to read this information, and then down at the bottom, once again, I created 3 digital strategies for them to demonstrate their learning. Option 1 was to create a bubble us, which is like a word map or a mind mapping strategy. And they had to place the word gamification in the center and add each thing to consider as a branch to the word gamification. Again, teachers, I wanted them to say gamification, consider this, consider that, consider this as you're setting up a gamified strategy. Option 2 is make a poplet. Create a poplet that lists each of the things to consider from above. And option 3 was scribble maps. I don't know if you've noticed, but along the way when you're gamifying, you're tossing out dozens and dozens of digital tools to whoever your viewer or your user is. So far, I just introduced you to 6 digital tools that can be used to demonstrate learning, which I think is pretty amazing. 6 digital tools so far, just in 2 levels on this particular site. All right, so I'm going to move on to the next site so you can see even more of what was built into this particular thing. Then we had the backdrop and currency. As I was teaching teachers, the whole concept behind gamification and how you have to have badges, you have to have XP points, you have to have kind of this motivational currency when you're doing a gamified platform. Down at the bottom, to demonstrate their understanding, I gave them 3 more tasks. Number 1, if you've never seen it, Fody Generator, one of my all-time favorite fun digital tools. Fody Generator creates like a digital newspaper article. Option 2, and this is what I'm getting ready to show you, is Online Badge Maker. They made their own badges to reward themselves for their hard work. And option 3, I had them read an article in Edutopia, and they had to go to today's meet and respond to like a word wall, a conversation wall that I had created. So again, 3 more digital tools to demonstrate learning and demonstrate understanding. So I'm not going to go through the entire thing, but I want to show you one more thing that really contributes to gamification in the classroom, and that is badges. If you've never seen this online 3D badge maker, check it out, onlinebadgemaker.com. I pulled out badges today for my students. I printed out these little badges that I had made to represent that they had done level 1 on the Heir of the King. They went nuts. They went nuts. They were so excited to receive a tiny little colored piece of paper that was cut out in the shape of a circle so that they could glue it on to their piece of paper. I cannot even tell you how motivational it is. And I've looked at a lot of badge making software. This one is truly, truly my favorite. You can create the button. You can select the background, any color you want, and your colors can be, I mean, I might even pass out badges, to be honest with you. I might even pass out badges at the TBT conference. You can add your own image. You can add your own files. You can choose files that they have built in. You can add your own text. There's built-in shapes that you can add. Let's say you just want to congratulate a student for thinking outside the box. You can give them the light bulb badge. You can give it a title. And then these are so easy to save. Once you create your badge, and we're just making a really simple one today, 2-finger click or right click, save image as. I paid $0 for this. And what I do is I use Avery Circle labels, and I print them right out on Avery Circle labels, peel them off, tap them on the kids' notebooks, hand them to the kids. Sometimes I print off a sheet of just regular paper and I cut them out. So badges are so motivational for kids. I would say that's actually the number 1 thing to consider when you want a way to just motivate the kids is establish levels and establish badges. So I'm going to flip this back around because I know I've poured a lot of stuff out here on you. I poured a lot out there on you, but I really love gamifying. I really wish every teacher would give it a try. I've gamified a Rome curriculum. I gamified a Middle Ages curriculum. I've done an ELA program with gamification, and I've also done a Islamic Caliphates. Try gamifying that one, but I kind of had to because it was a really challenging topic to teach with the students, and so I just gamified the whole curriculum so they had to achieve levels, do tasks to demonstrate their learning, and it was all framed on a Wix, believe it or not, a Wix website that I had built. So it was super, super fun and super cool. So that's kind of in a nutshell gamification principles. I love it, highly recommend it. How is everybody? Does anybody have any questions? Any comments? How's everybody doing on Thursday night? We're almost there. For me, it's been a long week. It's been a really long week. We're doing our math assessments this week. Last week was ELA. This week is math. Maybe next week I'll get to actually teach. Yeah, long week for you too, Jenny. Yeah, it has been a doozy. I think if all the breaks are over and it's kind of that downhill slide and we're all sort of feeling that, not to mention I was away all weekend long and I'm trying to regroup. So I hope everybody's doing all right. Nobody's particularly chatty, but that's okay. So thanks so much for watching. Reach out if you have any questions. Let me show you my contact information. Turn it around one last time. Thanks for watching, Jenny. There I am. If you'd like to reach out to me in any particular way, that's all my info. There's my email address. All that social media, you can find me. Got some snaps going on tonight about my grand dog. If you want to check out my snaps, there's about 5 or 6 of them on Snapchat. I'm Mrs. Howard 118 on Snapchat too. So thanks for watching. I hope everybody has a great night and take care all. Bye.